Hey everyone, Gabe here for PSX Extreme, and welcome to episode 4 of Sunday News Roundup, where we get you up to speed while news naps. Now, before we get into it, who wants to farm? Yeah, we thought so. That's why PSX Extreme is hosting a giveaway of Farming Simulator 22. Follow the link below to learn how to enter. Now, on to the show. HBO's The Last of Us has already been renewed for a second season, this time tackling the controversial story of its sequel. Feasibly, this will be the second and last season, unless they want to backtrack and go beyond the game, or force out a third installment, which they have been vocal about not wanting to force a story. The Horizon multiplayer project is likely to feature a cartoony style akin to Fortnite, if the leak of a 2020 build is to be believed. No release date is public, but we can assume we aren't going to see it too soon, as they've only recently got staffed up again for a multiplayer project in the universe. As with most any month, Bill Belcoon has accurately leaked the next line of PlayStation Plus games. Subsequently, it's been confirmed, and this month allows players to pick up Ollie Ollie World, Mafia Definitive Edition, Destiny 2, Beyond Light, and Evil Dead the Game. The third quarter of 2022's fiscal year has been kind to Sony, with the PS5 expanding significantly compared to competition like the Xbox. The growth also eased the minds of those worried that Xbox would catch up with Sony's flagship console. After over 2 years on the market, Velan Studios is pulling the plug on Knockout City. The dodgeball brawler will receive one last season before winding down, starting with cutting real money transactions and basically putting every cosmetic they have on a clearance using in-game currency. Game director Jeremy Russo explained that it largely came down to the game being too much for it to handle. Velan is an indie studio, and they simply aren't able to support it in the long term, so they cut their losses and are shutting the game down, leaving only private servers able to stay up. Keeping the sad news train rolling, Turtle Rock Studios is moving on from Back 4 Blood. The Left 4 Dead spiritual successor saw a few post-launch content releases, but it seems they're done. Similarly to Velan Studios, Turtle Rock is an indie studio, and a rather small team for making a game as large a scope as Back 4 Blood. As the studio has taken on the task of a new game, they had to shift priorities, and that meant having to backseat the co-op zombie survival game. The game won't shutter though. Instead, new content won't be added. You can still easily play the game with or without your friends. Gran Turismo 8 is potentially already in the works. During an interview with Game Watch Impress, Polyphony's CEO expressed how the studio's already working on another entry while keeping it vague as he can't really talk about it yet. We may need to taper our expectations, as another side of this is it sounds like there is a theme to the next entry, which could mean this is more of a spin-off than a numbered title. Gran Turismo 7 hasn't been out for a full year, and will be getting PSVR 2 support once the headset launches later this month. And that's all this week. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to learn more, visit psxextreme.com.